Warning, this podcast may cause excessive dad jokes, sudden bursts of motivation, and the irresistible urge to high-five yourself.
Welcome to the Daddiest Project, where we help dads master the biggest and messiest project of your life, dadhood.
I'm Scott Batcher, recovering perfectionist, dad of one teenage girl, and a guy who once didn't sleep for 6 months straight.
And I'm Evan Hill, professional chaos coordinator, dad of 3 teenagers, and living proof that duct tape can fix a sippy cup temporarily.
Each week, we'll hit you with real talk, dad hacks, and the kind of inspiration that doesn't require matching socks.
Ready to level up? Let's build this dad life together. How's life, 50 man?
It's no different. No different.
No different. No. Age is just a number.
It is definitely a number.
Just
without a doubt. Yeah. For those out there, I have just turned the big 5-0. 5-0.
Wow. Congratulations. You made it 50.
Yeah, it's a funny one with birthday. I've always loved birthdays, though. I know some people just don't like birthdays. And I don't get you. What's your problem? Birthdays should be good.
Yeah, definitely.
But, and as you get older, I look at birthdays more as not that I'm getting older, but that I get to get older.
Yeah, I like that. That. Yeah, it's a gift, man. It's a gift.
It is truly a gift. Yeah, I might have mentioned this recently in an episode, but a mate of mine, 48, 2 young kids, super healthy, and within a week he was gone. So,
whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
from feeling a bit off in the stomach to gone.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh, that's tragic. That's tragic.
Bowel cancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 1 week, like after you felt it, bam.
Yeah.
I'm sure other stuff was going on, but still, that's...
Well, exactly. Who knows what may be signals or symptoms or whatever, but, he was in the Masters Series World Championships 2 weeks prior to that. So
what's that? What's Masters? I don't know.
Masters is like for, I think, age 40 and over or something like that.
Okay. What's the sport?
So it's called. His sport was barefoot water skiing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Barefoot water skiing.
Pretty full on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it seems like there's very organized rankings on a lot of your sports.
Very organized rankings. What do you mean?
Well, you just said Masters something or other.
World Championships. I can't believe you never heard of the Masters. It's just...
the Masters in golf I have, but not... I mean...
No, it's nothing like that.
The ranking over here, I don't even know of a ranking, but I'm sure there is, but I don't know of a Masters. Anyway.
Yeah, there definitely... It's worldwide.
Okay.
And that's the whole point. It's for, quote unquote senior athletes.
Okay.
There would definitely be a Masters in basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I come across, but I'm in Costa Rica now, and I mean, it's not a lot of basketball here, so we might be missing that by not being in Toronto anymore. But anyway, he was part of that, and blink of an eye, he's gone. Like, wow. That's just, wow. Like in 2 weeks. Like, that's just...
Very...
that's unbelievable.
Sobering. Very...
That's just, like... To, just consider to be alive in this moment that we're in right now. And it's like... my health is not a problem. Like I'm able to do what I need to do. I feel great. I sleep well, I can run and play basketball and swim, and like I don't have restrictions. And so I imagine like he's doing master's level barefoot water skiing. This guy's no slouch. He's, you said he was just doing
Mm.
it recently, and then all of a sudden in 2 weeks, like you're gone, or like you're in the phase of dying, and
Yeah,
that it happens over that short a period of time. That is, yes, we should celebrate.
that's right.
If
Yeah, back to the whole
yeah,
we get to celebrate.
we get to
And
celebrate. Yeah.
yeah, and my wife's 50th was a couple of years ago, and it
Mm.
was during COVID.
She
So
she robbed the
so
cradle, eh?
yeah, she did. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and because it was COVID, we couldn't really celebrate that much. So
Mm.
I mean, it was my 50th, but we kind of did a a dual celebration. But we
Mm.
had a 1920s Gatsby murder
Oh,
mystery.
oh yeah, I remember you saying this. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's unique. That's unique.
Yeah, we spent about between three of us decorating about 50, 60 hours decorating the house. It was,
Wow, wow.
yeah, it
That's
was
crazy.
next
So
level.
did they give you a kit or you just make it up? Do you
No, you
just
buy it online. Yeah,
oh you
it was
buy it
awesome. It had,
online?
yeah, it was
Oh,
videos and then all the characters, and then you just follow along and you get scripts. So each
what?
character has scripts. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty
Well,
cool. Yeah,
okay,
first time
okay.
I've ever done a whole murder mystery. Hence the mustache.
Okay.
Because
So,
my name was Sandy Bunker. I was a professional golfer.
okay, okay. Did you do it?
I didn't do it. I thought maybe at first I had a shot at it, but so no one knows. Like none of us knew who it was. So that's
Mm.
another really fun idea. Like you might be the murderer, you just don't even know
Uh,
yourself. But
okay.
I was hoping it was me, and then very quickly my character went to obscurity, and yeah, there was no chance it was me. I wasn't even there at the party when the guy died. I showed up afterwards. Like I had no chance.
Oh my gosh. It sounds like you kind of got the dud character. I mean,
There were a few because
mm,
we had like 22 characters,
mm.
so it was
Was it just anybody gets any character, or like, is it
no. We
random,
all
or are you
we
picking?
organized it all. Oh,
Oh,
we sent people stuff. Everyone dressed up. It was amazing.
holy crap, man. So, do they send you the costumes as well?
No, 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 no.
Okay, so how do you do
So you
that? You
so you get a character and there's a description.
uh-huh.
Like I was a golfer, so I knew okay. Type in 1920s golfer and see what they wear. Um,
Wow.
Another one was a lounge singer. Another one was a lawyer. Another
Mm,
one was a owner of a bar. Yeah, all these different characters. So you get a sense of what it is. And then 1920s Gatsby, like
mm,
dressed to the nines.
hmm. Yeah. Okay, so everyone's responsible for their own costume, which means everybody's doing research to check out what it is that they're wearing, and then they have to like put it together. So how
Yeah,
much advance notice did these people have?
couple of months.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
reasonable. I would
yeah.
say you got to be a couple months. And then, and you had how many? 20, how many?
It was
20
about
people?
22 characters.
22 characters. That's a good size. That's a lot of people to coordinate.
Oh, it was yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
If we
lot.
did it again as a murder mystery, we said we would do half that because it
Yeah.
was herding cats. As you
Yeah.
can expect, a 50th birthday party. Um, it
Yeah.
was
Like there's work involved. People have lines to say. Is that right?
exactly a lot of
Right.
lines.
So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
No,
it's
not
not
that
just
they didn't memorize them. They had a script written in front of their face, and it told you when to talk and stuff. So people weren't having to memorize lines or anything, but just the
right.
coordination of it.
Yeah. Okay, that's quite an undertaking.
Yeah,
It's quite an
you've
undertaking.
probably heard the term herding cats. Um,
Yeah.
this was herding drunk cats.
Mm. A bunch of drunk adults who are celebrating life. I'm
Yeah,
sure your friends are celebrating life because they're, like-minded people.
that's
And
right.
they're just there good, having a good time. And you're like, guys, we have shit to do. Okay? We didn't just invite your ass over here to frig
To have a
off
good
and
time.
have a good time and frig off. Like, we
No,
got to get through this skip. You know how much we've invested in this?
that's right.
You ever do that with your
Do you have
kids? Like,
any idea
you came here to do the Gatsby and you're going to have fun doing it.
whether you like it or not?
You like it or not. Do you ever take your kids or you've got your daughter. Have you ever taken your daughter somewhere that you thought that she'd be really excited about, or it's just like something that you'd imagine, like, oh my gosh, she's gonna love it, and then you get there and it's not even close to what you imagined her reaction would be, and it's way less.
The only one I can think of is not so much that I thought she would love it as much as I hoped she would love
Mm,
it.
yeah.
It was mountain biking.
Uh,
Uh, yeah,
I mean, that's
but
a rare one to love. I mean,
yeah, I
anyway,
know. But you want your kids
you
to love
never
what
know.
you love, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
this is going to be great. I'm going to get her in
Yeah,
early. She's going to be an amazing mountain biker. She's going to love
yeah.
going with me. That didn't. That didn't work
Didn't
out
just
well.
didn't happen that way. Well,
No.
I
Then I
guess you
tried with
can't.
golf too.
Uh-huh,
That
uh-huh.
that that didn't work
Yeah,
out either. The only way she can go to any of it is if her friends go, and then
yeah.
she'll just go and hang out with her friends.
So yeah, it's one of those things, like, really invested in this party and really wanting it to go well, right?
And
And
it did
then
go well.
it
It
sounds
did.
like it did well.
Everyone had a great time. The murder mystery
Yeah.
part was uh uh I can't think of a word for it.
Like,
Haphazardly herding drunk cats. But besides that, like everyone had a
yeah,
fantastic time. So
yeah, yeah,
the bottom goal was achieved.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. But would you recommend doing it for a birthday party to other people, to other dads listening, going, "Hey, like, I like games, and it's kind of a cool thing to organize." And but it's like,
I
is it appropriate with no alcohol, and it's like you're putting on like a show, or yeah, with the alcohol and celebration behind the whole thing?
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone had a great time. The dress up, this like
Yeah. Yeah.
if we were to do it again, like I said, we would do less people.
Hmm.
Um, but it was great. Yeah,
Yeah. That sounds
gets
fantastic. Yeah.
my tick of
Yeah.
approval.
Definitely. And I know how much you like dressing up from Halloween's in the past.
Exactly right. Everyone loves it. Well,
Some
not
great
everyone,
ones.
but the people who
Well,
love dress ups love dress ups.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think some Halloweens I would like to have, but I just didn't put the time in. Some people really put in the time and go out and make stuff up, find the clothes, and go to thrift shops and do all
Mm.
that stuff. And I've done it. I've done it a few times, but I'm not the person that's like out at Halloween here in Costa Rica dressed up. There's a lot of parents that they're really they do it, and I admire it. I think it's
But are
like it's
they?
playful.
Do they have small kids they're going out with?
Um, oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're dressed up and they're going out with their kids. But
Yeah,
I mean, they're still
that's
dressed
good.
up. There's some that are, lots of parents that have absolutely no costume whatsoever.
Of course.
And then there's the ones that, you can really tell they put effort into it and they're enjoying that. I think when my kids were young, I would dressed up. I think almost every time. And that was super fun. I loved it. It was I enjoyed doing it. It's just now that my kids are older, I'm not going to Halloween parties dressed up. That's just not what I'm doing. I don't know.
Are
But
you going to Halloween parties at all?
um, I'm not trying to. I could,
Yeah.
but I just, I'm like, eh,
Well, don't
eh.
don't ever
Hmm.
be the guy who goes to a Halloween party but doesn't dress up. Don't be that
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
Just
no, I'm
don't.
not going to be that
No.
guy.
No.
No,
Good.
no. That's the thing. I would just say, like, I don't have anything prepared. I'm not going to go because that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't be
that's
that guy.
just,
If you're out there
no.
listening and you are that guy, stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah. I would say getting dressed up and going out with the kids trick or treating is more fun than not dressing up.
Yeah.
Like they
Always.
enjoy they enjoy that whole scene. Like, you looking like a. I remember I dressed up once as Mr. Incredible, and I had memorized a few lines, and I've got a good voice for that. Oh my gosh, the kids howling.
Mhm.
We did a couple of skits. We went to this family place up north. It was like a camp, and it was during Halloween. And so I had everybody bring. What am I talking about? I guess I'm more into this than I thought. It's like this is coming full circle. Like this is out there. I'm like putting a show on. We had lines memorized, and everybody is inside the big lodge having lunch. And so we all dressed up as the Incredibles, and my wife was supposed to be just like a woman that was getting her purse stolen, and then I'm Mr. Incredible coming in to save the
Save
day,
it.
right?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
there's my wife, and she's got her purse, and my son was the one who was supposed to come and grab the purse, but they're going into a room full of people that are in conversation. They don't know this is coming, and so they go into the middle of this of this area, and they don't make a scene.
Right.
Like my wife's just standing there, and my son's like pulling on the purse without saying anything,
And nobody's
uh,
noticing.
and nobody's noticing. So it's completely going off the rails. And then, and then I jump in, and I'm all dressed. I'm huge, right? 'Cause I'm Mr. Incredible, and I'm like, "Don't worry, ma'am." And and I run over to her and
What the?
save the day. And then everyone realizes what's going on, and there's a few more lines, and then we run out, and everyone like started clapping, and it worked out. But I mean, yeah, I guess I enjoyed getting dressed up more than I realized. I was just listening to your Great Gatsby thing, and I'm thinking, would I do that? And I think I probably would. I don't think I would lead it, but I would definitely want to be involved. Like if you had a party like that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm down.
Hmm.
I'm down. It's a good way to bring people together.
Yeah, like I find it just breaks the ice. Like
Hmm.
people, I always found that if you are in a costume, you can just, it's kind of weird that when you're
Hmm.
dressing up as something else, you can be more of yourself.
Yeah,
It's a very
yeah, yeah,
strange concept, but that's what I
yeah.
always found. I love Halloween would be my second favorite to Christmas as far
Hmm.
as
Hmm.
quote unquote holidays, even though
Yeah.
Halloween is not a holiday.
No, no, I can see that for you. I can see that for you. But definitely, definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
you had a 50th too, hey, in your family.
Yeah, yeah. My wife, she just turned 50, and we're allowed to say it. I know a lot of women don't like to admit their age. Like that's not just her, but yeah, she was okay with it. She was okay with putting this out there, and
Yeah,
we
and like we
invited
said,
invited a lot of people.
at this stage, it's kind of like I get to do this,
Hmm.
you know? Yeah.
Totally.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I was saying to her, I'm like, babe, like you gotta have a party. You're turning 50. Like you gotta have a
Yeah.
party.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, and I knew she was gonna be. At first, like I knew she'd be excited about the idea of having a party, but then in creeps in the logistics and the planning and all the work, and then her caring about, and hosting and just all that stuff. And like she's all, you could see her face change, and she was suddenly like, no, but I knew that was going to happen.
Mm.
So like I wanted behind the scenes, I wanted this party for her. And I knew that if I just approached her directly like this, like at dinner time, she would go down this path. And so when I'm driving the kids back and forth to school, we're talking about it. I say, guys, it's just me and the kids. And I said, guys, I'm going to talk to mom about her 50th birthday, and this is what's going to happen. At first, she's going to be excited, and then she's going to start thinking about like, oh, our house isn't big enough, or like, what if people don't come, or like any reason, like, oh,
Mm.
it's so much work, and it's all this stuff, all these things that can rise, and sure enough, and I said, kids, all you need to do, all I want you to do, is just encourage mom. Just encourage her. And I'm going to tell her, listen, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do everything. All you have to do is show up. Like, you just take care of putting your clothes on, getting ready.
Mm.
That's it. Okay? I'm like, everything else, I've got it. And then there was a shift, and it was like game on. All the kids were like, yeah, mom, you should do it for sure, for sure. And so that was step one. And I mean, it's nice that you and your wife were on the same page from the beginning. You didn't have to go through that, right? It's nice to have that. But yeah, I really enjoy throwing parties. Like, remember Joe from Chiropractic College? We had a
Mm.
party probably every month. We had a party, and it was so much fun. And I've been like that. And then, but my wife, she's not into throwing parties. So for me, I was super excited about this. I'm like, I get to put together a party, and I'm calling all the shots. But I had not really calling all the shots, but I had the ideas, and
Yeah.
and I had some autonomy on some of the decisions. So I got to be creative in the process. And although she doesn't love surprises, uh, she says she doesn't love surprises. I was able to toss in a couple surprises along in the party as well. So yeah, it worked out.
And what were they? What?
The surprises.
Yeah.
One of her friends could not come, and she messaged me and said, "Hey, I really want to do something for Cheyenne to show our love for her." And I thought about it, and I responded, and I said, "Well, there's this really special cake that we're going to get, so that's an option. And there's also this plant, there's this palm tree that I know she would absolutely love." And so her friend ended up saying, "Well, let's go for both of them." And I went to the nursery and picked out this palm tree, and it's just the coolest palm tree. It's splits in two at the bottom, and it's got two shoots coming up, both with like a poof at the top, and it's probably about 8 feet tall already. And I know she's gonna love this plant. So in the middle of the party, I went around and I told everybody, like, this is what's happening right now, is that this plant is getting delivered to the house. So we're going to unload the plant and then present this plant to her as a gift from one of her best friends.
Mm.
And so my worker pulls up and he pulls the plant out, and I've got the video recording as she comes out, the my camera recording as she comes out of the house and sees the plant. And I get to tell her that it's from her good friend, and then behind her are probably 15 friends, and like they just start clapping for her, and it was really special. Like, she was loving it. it was really special to honor her. And yeah, and so we have this plant, and it got planted today. It got planted. It's in its spot. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was a nice surprise. She really liked that.
Would you guys? So you said you you planned it. What'd you plan? Like what did you? What, food,
Yeah.
people,
Yeah. What kind of party
Gatsby.
was it?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So we just recently built this house, and it's got a pool, and we're by the ocean, and the weather has just turned really beautiful. And I had this idea of a midday party because at nighttime people really get tired here. Like a lot of people go to bed at 8:30 at night. So, and it's dark by 6 o'clock. Everybody's winding down. So nighttime parties are not great for us.
Mm.
So the idea was a daytime party starts at 11. We serve lunch, and then there's pool time and have a DJ there playing. There's a guy I play basketball with. He's a great DJ. So that was the first thing I did, and I booked him 2 months out. So I was thinking about this about 3 months before because we had to go through the strategy of talking to my wife and getting her on board. And so that took some thought, and then chats with my kids, and then her. And then it was boom, DJ. And then it was working on guest list. So this is the area that I really wanted her to have the most access to and to be in approval of who I'm inviting. 'Cause this is special. This is a really special event. And so I put together the guest list for her that I thought would be the one, and then presented it to her. And there was only a couple adjustments. And then as the weeks went on, we thought of some other people and added them to that guest list. And that was pretty much it. Like on her side, that she really planned. But the food was, I turned the food into something I've never done before. I was really, I really wanted to do something special for the people that were coming, and something that they would remember and feel like they were celebrated,
Mm.
because we were really celebrating them. They all have had an impact in her life and have enriched her life, and that's just, what more could you ask for than great people that are enriching your life around you, and to celebrate that, like you did with your friends. And so I put together this meal that I'd never done before. So there was a couple dishes that I had catered actually. So I've never done catering, and told him what I was choosing for my meats, different types of meats and sides and that sort of thing. And he said, "You know what? I could make these two dishes for you." It was a Greek salad and a cauliflower tahini mix, really good. Oh my god! And he said, "I'll put together like 6 different sauces for you,
Mm.
and they're going to go with everything. And especially the meats that you're choosing, they're going to be great for that." And then I ended up making just a regular lettuce salad. My daughter made a mango salad. Brilliant. She did an amazing job. And then I had 4 different meat selections. So I had filet mignon steaks, one for everybody if they wanted it. I had these amazing grass-fed beef sausages in 2 different flavors. One was Argentinian, and then a hot one. And then I had made these incredible homemade burgers, with onion and garlic and spices. And I've got this, yeah, just this really unique way of doing this. I got to share this with the guys. I got to share this with you guys. This is a game changer. Do you make burgers? Do you do handmade made
Um,
burgers?
Not often. No.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
Wow, it's like a once a week thing here. Yeah, I eat a lot of. I make burgers every week. I love it. I like there's a few challenges with making burgers, and one of them is that, everything holds together and that your burger looks like, it's in one piece when you're finished. That's a good
Yeah.
sign of a well-made burger.
Yeah.
And then there's when you're making the patties and you've got like maybe you got 10 patties, but your plate's not big enough, so you're stacking them a little bit. And what
Make it
happens a lot of
stick.
times is they stick together, right?
Hmm.
And another issue with making burgers is like forming them. And like it's hard to make them look like a really good circle with a good thickness to it, and it's like clean edges. Like that's just
But
not really something
but not a
people,
ball.
but not a ball, right?
Hmm.
So flat with an edge around it, which is like next, in my opinion, next level hamburger making, but I could never really achieve it.
There's
And
levels to
so
this, guys.
there's levels. So I put in my ground beef. I put so I saute onions on the side, like chopped, put them in with the ground beef. I usually do a whole onion into a kilo of ground beef, and then probably 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, and then salt, pepper, so sea salt, pepper, and Worcestershire sauce, and then the secret sauce. This is the newest addition.
You put
Is
egg in it?
butter. I
Butter.
did I
Okay.
did do egg before, but butter is changed the game. I'm telling you. Well, you're not huge into making burgers. It's unfortunate because you would celebrate this. Like it's a game changer. So put in about 3 or 4 or 5 tablespoons of butter into a kilo of ground beef, and you just mix it all in. Holy crap, you can form it. It sticks together beautifully. You can form it exact. You can stack them. They don't stick together. They don't stick to the
Hmm.
grill. I'm telling you, it was the newest revelation. Anyways, I made those burgers for the people, but before we started the dinner, before I even started making the meat, like I had so much meat and I didn't want to cook all of it, so I went around and I told everybody what the menu was. Sometimes it was individual, but or in groups of 2 or 3. I told everybody what the menu was and asked them what their meat selection was. And I
Yeah.
said like you can have all of them if you want. Like I
Yeah.
bought enough, you could have them all. And then it was like they were like, "Wow, this is oh my gosh!" And they were having so much fun making the decision because they're like, "Holy crap, bacon wrapped sirloin or filet mignon steak, that's a treat." And then, but these are
Hmm.
grass-fed sausages, Argentinian and hot. And then there's these burgers.
What was
So
the
I
fourth
think,
meat?
well, it was the hot and the
Oh,
Argentinian.
the two. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just thinking if I went to a party and I got offered 4 different options like these, I'd be like, damn, I want to try them all. Wouldn't you?
100%. I would have all. Yeah.
All.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's,
100%.
like if you were going around to me and you said that and it's like, you can have all. There's no
Yeah.
having fun deciding. It's like
No,
there is no decision.
it's
It's
yeah, like
done.
you're doing them
100%.
all. Yeah,
All.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted people like to feel like they could say all and
Yeah.
not feel like, hey, I'm asking for too
Ooh.
much. Yeah. And how often do we get offered something that's at that level and be told you can have them all?
Yeah.
Like I realized it more after the fact that was pretty freaking amazing. And some people did say all, and quite a few people actually wanted to try them all. Maybe not have the whole thing, but they wanted to
Right.
try them all.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. And so I made everything to order, and then served the food. There was also roasted potatoes that I'd done, and so everybody was having so much fun with the sauce. The sauce, having multiple different sauces was a game changer. They were all like, "Oh my gosh, where did you get these sauces from? These are, amazing with these meat and blah blah blah." And so the meal became this experience. And I hadn't had that type of experience before as a host or as a guest, and I wanted to share it because maybe there's some things in there that could be used. And the other thing too was is no meat went to waste. So I had bought extra, but we eat all those meats, and it was fun
Mm.
for us to the next night do the same thing where we had different types of meats as options. And I thought we were all agreeing it's really nice to have variety and have those choices because
Yeah.
that's not how I do you do that at home? Do you have multiple types of meat on the plate ever, or do you do one like chicken tonight?
When I smoke meat, I
Okay.
will fill the smoker because
Okay.
it's you got to use the fuel, the food, the wood anyway.
Hmm.
So I always fill the grill. So it depends on what I'm doing. Often there might be say two different types of pork and a chicken, and
Okay.
then so on the night that I do the smoking, um, then yes, we have that sort of choice. But that's once every couple of months I probably do a smoke, and then I
Hmm.
vac seal and freeze it. And
Right.
so then I might in one smoke might get somewhere between 10 to 20 meals.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they mixed meals, or do you keep the
No,
different meat types of
moving
meat separate?
forward, yeah, moving forward, it would be one for a
One.
meal, one
Yeah.
type. But on the night
Yeah.
that it's done,
You have.
we do a bit of a
Yeah.
mixture,
Like a
a
feast.
tasting plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how I imagine feasting is
Mm.
having multiple types of meats, having a meal with multiple dishes is a bit different. For I don't know why, but if I had one type of meat and then I had some potatoes and maybe some
Salad or
salad and cauliflower and maybe one other dish, I don't know if I would call that a feast.
right.
It's close. It's
It's
a
a
big
meal.
meal. It's a big meal.
Yeah.
But when you have multiple types of meat, then it becomes a feast.
Yeah.
That's what I realized. And then when you add the sauces, multiple sauces, it becomes an adventure. The meal became this whole thing. And and that was pretty cool. So we had the plant ceremony, we had the meal, which was a big deal. Then we have this awesome DJ, and he knows almost everybody there. This is what's
Mm.
great about being in this area. And so he's friends with everybody, and right away he hits the vibe, with the music, and everyone's like it's just vibrating through the house. And it's a glorious day. It's green all around us, and the sun coming in. Windows are all open to the house, and breeze is going through, and he's got the music going through the house, and everybody's vibing, and everyone's just hanging around, having a great time, talking to each other, moving between different people and having chats. And when everybody came in, I offered them this. This is pretty unique, and this is another thing I got to say I love about being here is cold coconuts. And I didn't know this when I first moved here. I learned this from one of the Ticos, is that on the coconut, have you ever seen on the coconut, there's like almost in a triangle, there's three indents on the nut, like on the coconut itself, after the husk had been taken away. There's these three indents. No. And one of them is soft enough that you can puncture it with a steel straw
Right.
and drink the water right out of it. So if you have those on ice, and like what I did was I had them in the freezer overnight, not in the fridge overnight, and then about 4 hours before the party, I put them in the freezer. And then just before the guests arrived, I put them in the cooler in the just between the living room, dining room, closed with the straws on top. And those peeps were so cold, and everyone loves them. And so everyone was walking around drinking coconut water, to start. And it was just the most refreshing start. As people come in and they get offered a coconut and the music's vibing. So it's really great. And the other piece to the party was the pool. And it was a gorgeous day. So we said, hey, bring your bathing suit. We're going to be out by the pool. We'll be dancing, we'll be eating and, celebrating. And a lot of people brought their bathing suits. And so people were in the pool, hanging around at the pool, chatting. Yeah, everyone just like hanging around by the pool. And actually, the cake ceremony happened at the poolside this time, which is, I've never done that either, where my wife was sitting down at the edge of the pool. She's talking to a couple friends on each side, and there's a bunch of friends around the other side of the pool and in the loungers and that sort of thing. And, everyone's just talking. And so it was great because I was able to, in private, get the candles lit. I had some people behind me ready to sing. Got a video. My son was taking the video, and we came outside we had just the number 50, number like 50 with candles on them. And we just had those two lit, and everybody sang her happy birthday by the pool in like bathing suits, just hanging out. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. This is 50. This is 50.
This is 50 in Costa Rica.
This is 50. Yeah, this is what it could be like. Like,
If
wow.
you were in Toronto,
Yeah,
you wouldn't be hanging out by the pool in the end of November.
that's for sure. That's for sure. Absolutely zero chance. Yeah. So it was really great. And another reason it was great, I don't know if any of you dads out there have built a house or even just, I guess this is not just about building a house. Any decisions like you've made around renovating a house, even the way you position things and put, whatever it may be, but where there's just like, oh, maybe we should have done it this way. Oh, this person has um, a pool that, it's bigger and deeper and doesn't have this ledge here, which I think kind of sticks out too far. Or like, just there was some things that we did that were a little unconventional on our house. We had a really great architect and we did some unconventional things. And there was concern like that the house wouldn't be good for parties. And I'm like, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. And so I've been working and getting everything in the house dialed in the position for the seating and all these things that I'm thinking about, like how this party's going to flow, how the house is going to flow. And so she's out that day and I set up the house. This is the night before. So I set up the house the way we're going to do it. And it's so open. We can actually close our living room and dining room completely like by glass. And we often have it like that. And because the dogs, they go in on the furniture otherwise. So this way we keep them out. And so I had opened up the house and had it all set up. And she comes back and she's like, oh my God, I've just fallen in love with our house. And I'm like, oh, great. She's like, I want to keep it this way. And I'm like, great. This is awesome. We'll do that. And then we did the same thing outside. And after the party, she's like, holy crap, like the house was awesome for the party. And it's interesting in relationships when like there was these different types of feedbacks and things like, oh, we need to extend the roof here or extend the patio here. And there's these things and there's times where I just listened to her and I was like, okay, like I'm thinking about it. Maybe she's right. Maybe we do need that. Maybe the house won't work, for the party. I'm grateful that it worked out, and I learned that, from this party that was a bit, it was a stretch for me. That there was some great things that came back to me as well, and I didn't expect these things. And one of them was actually the kids, the way they were looking at me and like saying, "Dad, you did a really good job." Like they came up to me and said, "Dad, you did a really good job." And my wife was saying she afterwards she was over the moon. She was like, "Oh my gosh, that was amazing." She was so happy. And she was thanking me over and over and over again how grateful she was. And um yeah, and the kids were she's like she noticed. She says the kids are looking at you. They're proud of you. Wow. I'm like, okay, that that was not the idea. I wasn't trying to do anything to impress my kids. And actually, I really wanted to celebrate her. I really wanted to celebrate my wife and celebrate that we're here. And um, I'm so happy that that's the case. Genuinely happy, and I think, oh man, life is so much more uh, juicy and fun when it's those things that we're doing in life is acknowledging the gifts and being grateful and sharing community and giving, sometimes serving. Like I was totally serving her. I did everything. And I said to her before the party, I said, I know that you're going to want to serve people and take care of their needs and so on. And I said, I want you to just to have fun and be with your friends and not feel like you need to do any of those things, any of the getting your whatever, maybe like thinking that you have to serve anything or anything. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to just be with your friends and have fun. I got it. And she did. That was unbelievable. It was the first time that I think she was really like, okay, he's got it. And so after 20 years, it's our 20th anniversary. After 20 years, she's, I think, really on board with having parties now. It's like, wow.
The thing that popped into my head was she's really on board with having parties if you do everything.
Yeah. That might be the case. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I
Right.
am
Yeah.
totally, like having her, because this time she's going to be probably a bit more relaxed about it. That one, I think she was a bit nervous, and I think she's going to be more relaxed next time. And I think she's going to be anticipating and excited that I'll come up with something that's going to be fun. It's not going to be the same every time.
No, definitely
No,
not.
no, not the same. But I've already got another party in mind, so I'm gonna I got to start the process of having the conversations, and but it takes time to plan.
It does. It
Parties are no
does.
joke. Like you said, 2 months, right? Two, yeah.
Yeah, a
That
couple of
you
months.
gave
Yeah.
them that you gave them notice, but you were probably planning this 3 months.
Mm. And it
So yeah,
depends on the type of party. Like there's
yeah,
bigger parties and more in-depth parties versus
yeah,
sometimes it's just invite a bunch of people, come by the pool, bring a few drinks,
yeah,
we'll order some takeaway.
yeah.
Like it can be simple too, but I think that's
Totally.
the key, sort of the key message is we can get lost in life.
Yeah,
Life is busy, life is stressful, life is this, life is that. But,
yeah,
it's moments like these that we're going to look back and remember forever.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
it's up to us to create more of these for
Hmm.
our own lives and for the lives of our partners, our families, our kids. Like my
Yeah.
daughter had the best time.
Oh,
She
yeah.
enjoyed the whole process more than we did. She
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
loved it.
Oh man, that's
So
gonna
much
happen.
so, so much so, it was like,
Hmm.
you could be a party planner. Like
Ah.
the ideas that she came up with, and the person, like she was the hostess for the party.
Oh,
So
wow.
she
That's cool.
introduced, yeah, was at the front door, greeted everyone,
Nice.
introduced everyone, had the envelopes for everyone for their first round of,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
went
Yeah,
around with
she's great. And
food, went around. Oh, she was unbelievable. So it
wow.
was a real family affair. It was great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I love that she was involved like that. My kids, they did help a little bit with the food, and then they came out. They weren't actually. It was an adults only party, so they were hanging out in their rooms. But when they came out for dinner and or for the lunch, and they started talking to the friends, and that was awesome to watch our friends chatting with them, and getting to know them, and just seeing them interacting, and then they helped clean up. I didn't ask them, but they cleaned up, so it gave me a bit of a breather, and being able to visit. That's the only thing is when I was serving everybody, I was not having. There wasn't a much time where I was having like a lengthy conversation. I was able to
yeah.
really connect with people and say hi, and like and have some good conversation with them. But it's different. It's different when you're hosting versus a guest. It's
Yes, like
especially when you're running it.
a friend of ours had a wedding celebration only a
Mm.
few weeks ago, and then we had this one, and they came up with this thought, and I hope it happens. But there's a core group of maybe 10 couples, and said, listen, once a quarter, we should just cycle through everyone's house. And so you
Totally.
only have to have a party at your house and be the host, maybe
Yeah.
once every 3 years,
Yeah.
but a get together of some description every quarter. And so
I
I
love that
really do
idea.
hope that happens. But it's a
I love that
great
idea.
idea. Yeah,
That's a great idea. Yeah, because I think quarterly is. I was thinking if I was going to throw a party, because it takes about 3 months to really plan it from the idea to like a big party to actually, giving people enough notice and making sure if you're going to have a DJ or a game or whatever it might be doing. I think 3 months is a good chunk of time between like bigger parties where you're having like 15 plus people and
yeah,
food. Um, so you're looking at 4 parties a year. I think if you're doing 4 parties, like good sized parties a year, that's pretty solid. Like if you're in it, if you're in four
absolutely.
parties, 4 good sized parties a year is great. And then you can have outings, obviously smaller ones and that kind of thing. But like, are you talking? What kind of party are you talking about when you talk about party? Like this idea of like what would be would it be up to each individual person what they
Yeah,
create so they could create their
absolutely.
own theme? You know, they could do like we did. Could be beach or not beach, but well, it could be beach, but pool, like poolside get together, food, music, dancing, like that kind of. It could be
Yeah,
that type of party.
could be afternoon, could be night,
Yeah,
could be
could be a night.
catered, could
Mm-hmm.
be everyone bring a dish to make it a bit like
Yeah,
whoever's having it can decide what they
yeah,
do, and
yeah.
it
We
can
call
be as
that
big as
potluck.
big or as
Yeah.
little as you want, because there'll be bigger celebrations like a 50th. But then if it's
Mm-hmm.
just a random kind of, oh, it's my turn to have a party, we'll just have a party, they're probably not going to go into as much, you know, effort.
Yeah.
But it's really that doesn't matter. It's the people.
Oh, it's totally. And it's like we're doing a whole episode on party. It was about 50th and the topic of getting to be 50. But we're talking a lot about parties and actually the rhythm of parties and who doesn't like fucking partying? Like I think some people actually don't, but
I think some don't,
I think some don't.
but
But I think it
but not
could be
many.
just that Yeah, I think yeah, exactly. And it could be just the type of party. Like there might be something if they were to throw something at their house, maybe it'd be really unique and everybody would play on video games or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
But like, there's
exactly.
nothing wrong with that. But it's just you're getting people together and you're sharing something. It could be football party. Uh, I don't know, like all different types of sports. Could be, there's all games, playing games together. That's another fun party. We do that often. We
Even
have people come over and
yeah,
play that,
like
play
smaller
play games.
smaller parties where you have board games or card
Yeah,
games or yeah.
yeah. We do that often. We have friends over and we play games. I wouldn't say that's necessarily a party, but it could be.
So,
You could
yeah,
have
it
a
could
number.
be.
You could be almost like tournament style, where everyone plays three times or whatever. But yeah, like I think the world needs more parties. I really do. I think you guys are doing pretty well over there. It sounds like you've got a pretty social scene with parties and so on. And I don't know if it was like the the group of people that we knew, but not really many people had parties in Toronto. We didn't do a lot of parties. We had some because of Felix's hockey team. We probably partied more because of hockey than any other time that our kids were, under the age of 8. It
Hmm.
was because of the hockey team because they'd go on tournaments. No, I shouldn't say, no, he's older than Nate. He started playing very young and he played up until he was about 14. So it was probably 4 years where we were from 10 to like 14, where we were going on tournaments. They have 2 or 3 tournaments a year. So maybe, and one in city tournament. So like there's your 4 parties, like with a substantial amount of people. And it was a lot of fun. And sometimes traveling, it was super fun. But if it hadn't been for that, I don't think we would have been doing 4 parties a year. I think we
Hmm.
like maybe one. Sadly, like I think we need more parties. Is the bottom line, and that they're important. I think it's important to have people together and have fun, for sure.
Yeah, it's part of play, right?
Totally. Yeah. So I think I hit a few singles and really did well in the passion category. The relationship with my wife. I mean, that was just a huge win, and um, she'll remember that forever. And I think, really speaks volumes as to, when you really serve somebody and you do everything for them. And I think that's so beautiful. Like, that's just, I would just love to have somebody completely do that for me. Like, just take care of everything and you show up and all your friends are there.
Hmm.
And the food's taken care of and it's a feast and there's like great music and the weather. Like, I'm just like, wow, that's freaking awesome. And I hope a bunch of dads listening do that for their wives. Doesn't have to be the 50th, it could be the 40th. Like, but like, do whatever you can to pamper her. And I mean, this party didn't cost a lot of money. You don't need necessarily a DJ. You could have
No,
just
that's
a
true.
really, you could
Just
just
a
have a great
playlist.
sound system. Yeah, like nowadays with Spotify. And it's funny because he had to go. He stayed an extra hour and a half. Couldn't believe it. And thank God he was, he's a friend. And then I ended up giving him a tip, big tip. But like, um, he just at the end he's like, okay, well, like I'm like, he said, do you have anything that similar I can find on Spotify? And he gives me his playlist, and I put that on, and it was people almost didn't notice he'd left because it was
Hmm.
just the vibes were still there. I'm like, holy crap! Like, it's still nice to have a DJ, and if they really get people going with the music, that can be amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, our party didn't get like that, but it was the first one, and people are getting to know each other, and I think dancing, like ecstatic dance, like outrageous stuff, is probably not going to happen on the first one. Maybe. And it was pretty early in the day, like nobody was drinking heavily or anything like that. So, um, But
Next time, buddy. Next time.
yeah, I mean, I can still have goals. So yeah, yeah, cool. All right. I think there's a few great takeaways from this one. Think about ways that you can really serve your partner and show the appreciation for them. Doing something that's, take some time to plan. It really creates an amazing memory, and it's awesome for the relationship. And yeah, celebrate every day. Celebrate every day. We don't know what's going to happen. Sounds cliche, but obviously we don't know what's going to happen. And seize every moment you can. Like, try to have fun in your life. Like, do stuff where you're with people, with your family. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it because it's a gift. What do you got?
It is. It is. And yeah, we're not saying party all the time either and ignore life, right? I
I
think
think we were pretty clear. We were saying one per quarter, one big one, right?
yeah, but I think that's just a point to make is that there's a balance, right? When you work hard
This is
and
the
life.
disclaimer. This is the disclaimer coming through.
Exactly. Oh, those guys said just party all the time. That's what they said, man. And it could be a weird party like at a bar with horses, because the horse walked into the bar and said to the bartender, "Hey," and the bartender said, "Hey," and the horse said, "Yeah, sure."
I don't get it,
As
man.
in, do you want some hay?
Yeah,
Yeah, and the horse said, "Sure, I'll have some hay."
yeah, but you said hey, hey. You said hey to the bartender said hey, and then the horse said hey. That's the part I got lost on. If you had said
Mate.
just hey, and then for sure, I would have been like, got it. I was expecting that when you said hey. Anyway, it's all
Maybe
right.
the
It's all right.
delivery was poor on that one.
Well, we have it recorded, so we can double check on the hey hey, or was it just a single hey?
This is
Who,
true. I'm
who
gonna have to
inter-
check on that.
yeah,
Who
am I
was it?
interpreting the
Bad
joke?
delivery or bad listening?
Yeah, what was it? Who's at fault here?
Who's at fault? This time around, I'm gonna say it was me, but because I went off script, I didn't just read
Yeah,
the joke.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried to go ad lib and it didn't work.
That's the thing.
Didn't work.
Sometimes we fall flat on our face trying to tell a joke. That's all part of dad joke ism. It's
Keep
falling on
going.
your face and just sucking at it
Yeah.
and then laughing
Yeah,
afterwards.
like when you get the eye roll, you know you did it right.
Yeah. Oh,
But when
yeah.
you get the completely
beautiful.
complete blank, you're like, did I do that? My fault or your fault?
Is the delivery
Yeah.
okay on it? Yeah. Well, yeah. So is that the only
Because
one you got?
there's a really weird job out there. I don't know if you knew in the recycling industry. It's a can crusher.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the can crusher quit his job. Do you know why he quit his job? Because it was so depressing.
You know what's really funny is that for my science project in grade 8, I developed a can crusher.
Did
Literally,
you?
the design was to save space for recycling materials. So like it was to crush cans essentially. So I compared a recycling bin with full size cans of Coke, etc., and how many would fit versus crushed cans with my can crusher that I
So
invented.
you were this can crusher who quit his job eventually.
Yeah, it was depressing,
So depressing.
you know. I don't think the product would have taken off. It's interesting. I was in a plane, and you know how they have those catalogs with all the products that they sell. 5 years
Who's
later, I see a can crusher on sale,
Really?
in this airlines magazine, and it's almost exactly the same design I had. It was interesting. I was like, wow, I invented something that now exists, and people crush their cans at homes.
Somebody
So
stole
depressing.
it. So depressing. I could have.
I love that humor when you pull it back later on. I do that all the time. That's the best. That's good humor.
That is the
That's
best.
great humor. Yeah. So remember that, dads.
Yeah, all right,
The
Dad.
dad joke
Celebrate
can be
more.
Yeah.
The dad joke is this mini celebration. Truly is.
Every time you laugh is celebrating. Celebration. Laughing is celebrating. It's like
It is.
I think it is. I think it's right up there. Like, who doesn't want to have parties, have friends around? Like, honestly, have a drink or two. Like, if it helps you have fun. How many freaking great times did you have with like a drink or two? I'm not saying every dad become dependent on drinking. I'm saying, like, have a drink unless you're an alcoholic and you have a real problem with alcohol. But you know, you go to a party, and I understand sometimes with people, alcohol doesn't agree with their body and they feel really crappy afterwards and that sort of thing. But if you can handle having a drink or two, and you go to a party that's quarterly, like it's quarterly, we're talking about quarterly, and just letting loose a little bit, having a couple, assuming you're sensible and you're not like sloppy and dumb, but you can just like have one and just like let the conversation flow a little bit better, whatever it is. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to have a social drink or two.
No, I mean, I
While
think
partying.
we've briefly talked about it, and my drinking has gone way, way, way down.
Way down. Same here.
From both a consistency or frequency and amount.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let loose sometimes. Good stuff.
Yeah. It's fun.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all
right,
right.
Dad.
Let's
Have
roll.
fun, celebrate, dad joke, party. Party all the time, party all the time. Don't party all the time. But do it sometimes.
Just when you save the world, someone has to go and screw it all up again. Mr. Incredible.
What was it? Oh,
Remember.
okay. Right.
Remember.
Back to the beginning.
Remember.
Nice one.
Dress up for Halloween.
Or any time for that matter.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun with it.
All right,
Have
we're
fun.
waffling now. See you next time, dads. That's another episode in the books, dads. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was dadhood.
True story. For more tools to build your best dad life, grab our book, The Daddiest Project, or join us at daddiest.com.
And hey, if you learned one thing today, you're already winning. Even if that one thing was never trust a 3-year-old with glitter.
Words to live by. Now go forth and dad like a pro.